everyone, my name is Julievu, and today I'll be sharing with you how I traveled to Thailand during a pandemic safely. The word traveling right now scares a lot of people, and I completely understand that. But most countries are slowly reopening again, and that means we are one step closer to freedom. I am so sorry. By the way, there is some construction going on right now, and if you're like me, you love to travel, and I will only travel to places where I feel completely safe. I'm going to be honest with you guys, it was a little bit of a process getting to Thailand, but in my opinion, it was well worth it because I felt secured and I felt safe, which is the most important thing. Some of the requirements are you needed to be fully vaccinated to travel. Also, PCR tests prior to flying 72 hours before, and also PCR test upon arrival in Thailand, and also a few more tests. All right, you need insurance covering COVID-19. You needed your reservations for your hotel with Shaw Plus, which is super important. All right, just a little example. You need your confirmed flights return, your returning flights. I don't know why I made that super difficult. And health insurance, hotel booking, PCR test, passport, and your proof of full vaccination, and also your negative test results. So it was a little bit of a juggle and work, but it was definitely worth it because it was such a magical time in Thailand. My journey started in Toronto. I met up with Andrew Gunnarola, dear friend of mine from the YouTube community. He's this ball of fresh air. He's a foodie. He loves to travel, and it was actually my first time traveling with him, so it was a lot of fun. Also, traveling with us was Victor from Tourism Authority of Thailand. I've traveled with him before in the past, and it's just so great to start our journey in Toronto together. From Toronto, we flew to San Francisco, and from there we took one of the longest flights in the world, and I just could not wait to experience it. It was my first time, but we flew Singapore Airlines, which is one of the top airlines in the world, and we got to experience business class, and that was a lot of fun and much needed. I was like, this is gonna be a long flight, and girl, I need my beauty sleep. So it was really nice. I get to lay back and relax and just have a good night's sleep. So from there, we flew all the way to Singapore. All right, and then obviously we had a little layover, and then from Singapore we flew directly to Phuket. Upon arrival, we needed to download this app to track our, I guess our status, our medical status, if you will. And so we did that, and we had a PCR test at the airport before we left the airport. And then I met up with the tour guide, June. If you're watching this, I miss you so much. We got onto our van and we went straight to our hotel and stayed in our room until the results came back. And it did. A few hours later, I did take a nap. I woke up and we got the phone call and we were released back out into Phuket. So we left the room, went out to the beach, enjoyed a nice meal at the Intercontinental Resort. Very, very beautiful. I felt super welcomed, like always. People were wearing masks everywhere, and I felt really, really safe. So yeah, So when I went to Thailand back in September, there was a program called the Sandbox program, 7+7. So you stay in Phuket for 7 nights, and after those 7 nights, you then take a PCR test, and if you were negative, you were able to travel to a different island. For example, PP Island, to name one, but that was the program. And Bangkok was closed off to international tourists. But as I make this video, things are changing so fast, and I believe come November, Bangkok and Thailand are open to a lot of countries, free to roam around. So I will definitely report back and update you guys on the travel restrictions in Thailand. But when I went, this was the program that I did, which is the Sandbox 7+7. I felt safe, I felt secure, and I had a really good time. Part 2 of the series, you are going to come along with me and see what I did in Phuket. A few things were open, markets, some grocery stores. I went ATVing, surfing, cooking lessons and classes. It was actually a lot of fun. And I love that it wasn't like overcrowded. So I just felt like I had the private island to myself. I get this question asked all the time. Where is your favorite place on this earth to travel to? And my answer is always Thailand. Like, you guys, I have goosebumps saying that word. Like, it is truly heaven on earth. The best hospitality. Everyone is so friendly. The fruits are so fresh. It is warm. It is beautiful. Clean beaches. You guys, like, if you are watching this right now, this is your sign, girl, to travel to Thailand and book your flight. One day I will retire in Thailand. I just have this special connection and this bond with the country, and I feel like I'm at home when I'm there. I did the Miss International Queen pageant in Pattaya in Thailand, and I've traveled there many, many times, and honestly, it's really, really paradise on this planet. So yeah. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I promise I will be making more consistent content for you all, but make sure you stay tuned for part 2. Bye.